society, such as Honorable Chairperson Patricia B. Licuanan, fondly called PBL by CHED officials, our keynote speaker, the CEO President of Development Academy of the Philippines, Dr. Antonio P. Calao. The question now is, how do we make Bicol the most livable region in the country? How do we address the emerging issues and concerns on higher education system, which affects the higher education institutions in Region 5? How do we face interesting development in education? There is a saying that a day without updates or education is a day wasted. No learning points, no challenges. So the next question now is, are we ready for another information overload? Walang sagot. I repeat, are we ready for another information overload? Yes, so let's move on for the PM session. Regional development is a guide to attain our vision of making Bicol the most livable region in the country. RDP states that every Bicolano has the right to education. The goal is to produce good and productive citizens. The plan aims to provide access to quality education for all Bicolanos and to improve instructional outcome in all levels. Friends, for the specifics, this time, let us welcome a brilliant, straightforward, organized, and calm leader to talk on the Bicol Regional Development Plan 2011-2016. Ladies and gentlemen, the Regional Director of NEDA Region 5, Attorney Romeo C. Iscandor.
Thank you. I am underwhelmed. I hope I live up to your expectation. Good afternoon, Marayna hapon, Dr. Naraya, Dr. Bares, Dr. Director Maceda, the other regional directors here, heads of the different higher education institutions, division superintendents, and other important officials and representatives of the different schools and sectors and institutions participating in this higher education summit. They're blaming me for this summit. No, I'm not the culprit. It's really the idea of Governor Joey Salceda, this chairman. He mentioned that actually, in Bicol region, the biggest employer after government is the education sector. So that shows how much importance we are giving to education and to move forward and to make Bicol an educational destination, not only a tourism destination, but an education destination and center in the Philippines or even in Southeast Asia. He told us, why don't you conduct a summit? Maybe we can come up with some new ideas on how to move forward. My task this afternoon is to give you briefly the Bicol Regional Development Plan, the RDP. There will be no information overload. I will give you a very simple presentation, promise, and I keep my promises. First, let's look at what are the strengths of the region. So let me cite a few. There are so many, but let me cite a few examples. Human resources. For me, I think that's the only real resource. All others are used by people, by humans. If you don't have people, you don't have development. It is as simple as that. If you have developed people, you have development. That's a very simple equation. Of course, our culture and our strong religion. Very religious people is an important asset. I always believe that economic development is a result of how developed a culture is, how people work together, how they interact with each other. It's not the other way around. It is not culture is not a result of economic development, but rather economic development is a result of culture. Well, let me mention also mineral resources. This is an issue now. In the national and the regional development plan, there is no clear-cut policy statement. Even between me and Governor Salceda, we have differences on this. But anyway, regardless of the policy decision of the national government, we have lots of mineral resources that will help the region. In fact, I think 2 years ago, Bicol had the biggest GDP growth rate because of the new mining investments in Masbate. Tourism attractions, I do not have to explain that. Bicol has better tourist attractions than Bohol, than Boracay, than Central Visayas. So it's just a matter of improving our capability to attract tourists to come to the region, and I think we have started with that. Geothermal energy is a plus factor. It is as if we have free and unlimited energy resources. So it's really more a matter of improving our institutional capability to provide cheap and reliable power. So these are just some of the strengths that I can mention right now. Of course, there are others. But let me go to our most pressing problems now in the region. Number one is underemployment. Our employment rate is high, but our underemployment is very high. What does it mean? It means that people are not satisfied with their jobs, they're not satisfied with their income, they're looking for more, better jobs and higher income. That is simply what it means. No? I do not have to explain our problems on climate. It recently happened last November 8th. Geological hazards, we have that earthquake, volcano, so we have to learn how to live with those hazards, and we should be better prepared. And I think Bicol, particularly Albay, is one of the most advanced provinces. Among the provinces, the most advanced in preparedness for disaster risk. Inadequate basic services. Again, I do not have to explain this. Our hospital services to the poor, to the needy,